What's up, guys? Welcome back. It's Overnight here, your Tech and Games Crusader. We have another unboxing. This is for a product that just showed up on Amazon. You know, like I check 5 times a day for new products, and I ordered it on the spot. And it said it wasn't going to ship out for like 3 weeks, so it arrived yesterday. And we are going to take a look at this and see if this solves the problem compared that I have with the Bobo VR F2AF fan that can't work with any sort of glasses spacers. I mean, we already know that there's the Kkk Vr K2 solves that issue because it's got a FOV widening bracket that just literally makes it where, I mean, you don't need a glasses spacer whenever you've got that much depth. I've got a finger joints depth at the front edge, and this is just a Bobo VR M2 pad for the halo that I put on here, and my VR cover Cool XG facial cover here, just to make it more reasonable until I receive the Kkk Vr K2L / leather version of this unit that has proper on it. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. I got this with a initial 15% off coupon, and it was listed for a price of $35.99. So taking a look, very plain box. This is a company that I got it from, is Esimen. You know, they make a lot of the Chinese default design things. I like how smooth this box comes off. They make no qualms about being a decent third-party design company of sales for availability, as well as having, you know, most of what people consider to be the knockoff or just the import variants of stuff. G2 plus G2 widened breathable surface pad. Remove the Quest 2 original facial. Install the top soft strap if needed. Install the facial interface. Part of check and ensure that upper and lower, supposed to be lower, 4 buckles are firm. And it's talking about the connections for the backside of the facial interface into your Quest 2. Insert the air outlet of the G2 into the G2 widened breathable surface pad. The final installation is complete. One-sided. They could have made this half as long and just did print on both sides. Save paper. All about that. And it's not just because I'm vegan. It's because I care, you know, reduce, reuse, waste. And it's hard to make people aware of that. Alright, so the leather pad actually feels better than the one that came with the Bobo VR, or these, looks like they're both the same size and thickness. We'll check that out in a bit. Wipe it down. So this is interesting. You have a mesh foam here that is the nose pad, as well as the light blockers. So the end cap of it here comes into your nose, more like the Kiwi design facial interface. And I'll show you comparisons to those momentarily. So here's your Kiwi design. It's just been sitting over here gathering dust. See how this is a memory foam pleather that you have at the end, but you have rubber here. Comes with its own facial bracket. Does not work with anything else than this. This is the Fitness Facial from Kiwi Design. Here is my tried and true old school AMVR that I am using with the glasses spacer that came with my Fit kit or Fit pack from Oculus/Meta. Here is the VR cover, Fitness Facial with the glasses spacer XL. Difference in this is 4.5 millimeters. This is 6.5. And then the Kiwi Design is 5 millimeters. And here is the original wide bracket from the Fit pack. So, first off, let's do the fit test for glasses spacer. Will it work with a glasses spacer from Meta? It does. Works very well. I like that already. This gives this points over the Bobo VR F2AF because this just snapped on. No issues at all. This is a very, very dense, thick, very resilient pad. Break it in, you smash it down, just to be able over time to have it be more comfortable. This is all plastic frame though, so this does not bend around your face like this does, or like this does. And this is my go-to soft pad. This is Lycra. This is the AMVR bracket. I've got my cheap pads here that normally people would use for light blockers on the sides, but with this thick of a pad, you don't need it. Alright, I will say it does snap in very well, but it does not stay very tight. Like, it's in, but it can separate in areas very easily. Like, it would probably stay into the headset, connecting it whenever you would be trying to switch out or remove your facial interface. I'm interested to see how this mesh foam, as you can see, it is cut right there. There is foam. It's almost neoprene-like, but it's mesh pattern. Very interested in seeing how this fits and how it's connected. Let's take a look and see what we have in the way of areas that are Velcro under here. Big gaps right here, right here. We do have all the way over on the sides here. So let's take a look and see how deep this is as it is. Got about 14 millimeters depth here. See the inside depth? So it's supposed to be wider than the standard. That's 166 millimeters. And got 6 inches and 3/8, or 6 3/8 inches depth there. I will have new tools for measuring soon, so that'll help out. What do we have on the height here? Two 3/8 inches, or 52.5 millimeters. Alright, so there's our bracket. It's got some give, but I wouldn't go flexing this too much. I can already tell you it's got an improved design over the Bobo VR F2AF, because it has vents at the bottom as well as vents at the top. Not just right here trying to suck air in or exhaust air out. So the way to understand the difference between the Bobo VR F2AF is it blows air out. It exhausts air from the top. Whereas the Kkk Vr K2 intakes air from the top. Alright, let's take a look and see here. The design is a lot more understated than the fancy 2-color vent intake or vent exhaust on the Bobo VR. It's the same basic concept though, except for this seems to have these ledges right here that lock it into the top a little better. You got it side mounted on your USB-C cable. I would have liked to have seen this be a right angle USB Type-C cable, but with these third-party, essentially just like Wish or Alibaba and all of that type stuff, Chinese market things, you have just a basic kit. You don't have branding on things, and there's already even a third-party version of the K2, just called the P1 that I saw. Same price and everything, and it's just no branding on it. But it's only available in the cloth. Button has a satisfying click to it. We'll see. Looks like that's a charging light. It's extremely quiet if it's doing anything. We'll leave this plugged in for right now. I do want to go ahead and do a test fit here to see how well this... Oh yeah, that snaps in. That's not going anywhere. So that's way better than the Bobo VR. As far as the design, having it be able to snap in like that, you can't pull that apart. You can see where it's locked in to these teeth points right there as it comes in. You have to take effort to remove it. See these clips right here? It snaps in. And you can see the points that it goes into. Look at it from this angle here. Show you. Snap, snap. It's in. From a close point, you can't remove it easily. I like that already much better. that charge. Let's take a measurement here for our padding, see if it's the same thickness on both. So we have 14, a little over 14 on there. On the sides, we got about 12.5. The bottom around the nose, we got right at 10. It's a very, very plush pad. It means it's probably foam wrapped in plastic inside of here, just to give a more bounce back. So this one's a little bit thinner. It probably is just variance in the way the seams are on it. I don't think it's supposed to be thinner. No, it's about the same size. Height on it, get about 28.5 millimeters right there. It's the thickest point. Thick this way with wideness on it, rather. So we know that the bracket fits with the glasses spacer, which is awesome. The next thing to find out is how it fits on the face. Let's take it to the face. Sorry, used to watch Jason Rebel do vegan videos for recipes and stuff, and that was always his comment. Also on the show, how to live past 100. He's a character. Shout out to Jason Rebel. I like my vegan cooking shows. I can't help it. Alright, so I've got that one on that side edged over. Let's go ahead and adjust this a little bit more. So this, the way it's designed, you can't edge it too far past the Velcro. I like that I'm not having this Velcro coming loose out of these sockets so easily. I mean, it is pretty thick Velcro. Part of the reason that I keep reapplying and stuff, it's not just because of just wanting it to fit just right. Some autistic tendencies. In addition, it is testing the Velcro for use over time if it holds up. Some people will be like, get on with the video. I want a review. Watch someone else if you want a review. I don't do reviews very often. I do focus feedback through helping manufacturers improve products. Things like this, though, is consumer experiences of what you get. So this is an unboxing, an overview and comparison and use for this product. Maybe some thoughts at the end, but not a review. I don't feel it's my place to judge an across-the-board opinion of something whenever I am an outlier in the fit and use of things compared to what other people may have or require. So that's why I don't do reviews. You can't review a product in the aspect of all people. It would take months to do fitments and get feedback from multiple people. Got our Kkk Vr Cube2, which there is a new version of this out that has a longer strap and a larger battery capacity, which you could upgrade yourself, but the longer strap, I mean, it's literally like $4 more for going from a 5200 milliamp per hour battery between two 2600 milliamp per hour cells to a 3400 milliamp per hour in each of the 18650 cells. So 6800 milliamps per hour. That's pretty crazy. Plus, why does this better than the Kiwi Design Elite strap? Well, for one, it holds where you put it. Takes effort to bounce it loose. Has one of the best designs as far as you slide it on, pull it back, and these hinges are ridiculously strong because it has these strong top pad hinges. So you have some counterweight with the back of it, but still it's holding the headset without moving. Moving on. Now let's see how this fits. Alright, so it's in. Now, let's check out snapping in. This is the only thing I don't like about these. There's no hole at the top right here that your strap goes through, so this is supposed to meant to go in front of it, which means if you have a thicker strap, you're not going to have a good fit. It does snap in. I'm lifting it by this cord. Try and do that with the Bobo VR F2AF. You can't. And they charge $40 for that thing. You're charging for branding and paint. That's, to me, ridiculous. You're paying for a brand name, essentially. So, let's see how this fits. How it feels on the face. You cannot easily adjust this top strap once that thing is on there. Can't get it to go. There we go. Okay, so first things first. I need to get this strap to come out further. way further. Or not even use a top strap. With this head strap, you don't really need this top strap. I was just testing it out. Sorry about that. Phone overheated, and I went ahead and charged this all the way to full. It never changes color on the light, though. I had this going, charging for over 3 hours, and it just stayed red the entire time. So I don't know what that means, but I did figure something out here as far as being able to apply this a lot easier. Typically, you don't want to keep your fan on whenever you're installing a facial interface. But with this one locking in as well as it does, even with a glasses spacer on, you don't want to go like put this in first and then put this on like you would on the Bobo VR. You want to go ahead and install this. If you're not using a top strap. If you're using a top strap, then yes, you'll still have to install this first. But with my large head, I can't do but just get it to there. And then go ahead, and before you lock it down, snap this on. Now you have a bit of a guide as well. Well, this being as fat as it is, I don't do that, but as you can see, yeah, this doesn't bend a whole lot right here. Because this is a thick top strap. See how much it pushes it out. Then lock in the bottom. And now that's on there. So now let's go ahead and see how it feels before my phone overheats again. Okay, as far as light bleed, yes, I can still see the light right here through my nose, but you can see it's on. Has two modes of on, and the only one I can feel something on very slightly is on the second one. Then the third click turns it off. Yeah, and it's just barely exhausting any airflow. So, what do I think needs to change on this? Well, for one, it needs the battery to let you know whenever it's full. You don't want to overcharge it. For two, I understand that you don't get as much exhausting feeling because of these vents on the top and the bottom, that's passive exhaust. Whereas this is supposed to be an active exhaust. You barely get any movement. Like, we will put this in front of here. That's one. That's two. Like, you can put your finger in front of it and barely feel any exhaust. Now let's check and see if you can see the exhaust on the inside. And you can see the ports right there and right there over top of the lenses where that it's coming from. That's stage one. It does hold it or pull it towards it, but it's not a whole lot. Like, I feel like this should maybe have been like $18 to $19, just because this is a decent facial interface. It feels good, but you don't get, this doesn't go up far enough to get light blocking ability if you have, you know, longer nose, wider nose. But okay guys, phone died again, or overheated again rather, so let's try and get this out of the way and done real fast. So I took this apart while I was waiting on the phone to cool down and found out something. There was a piece of plastic that was over top of the fan, not letting it spin at full speed. So now you can see just a piece of a napkin. This is on low speed. It. This is on high speed. So it's definitely working now, and it works a whole lot better. I don't know if this is where it's a pre-production item or it's a first run or something and they've not had feedback on it. I did message them and let them know about this though. So you may or may not run into this issue as well. It's just remove these screws, and then you can see you have to be very careful with the charge port here, because there is a very short cable that goes to the fan itself. So yeah, it definitely, let's try it back on now and see how it feels. I can feel the airflow over my eyeballs now. I'm not a fan of that feeling though. The odd thing is, I guess where it's exhausting air, you can pull the air from these vents on the bottom up through and then out. So let's take a look on Viper real quick to wrap up how it fits forgetting it's the same size as my head, so I have to enlarge it to be able to get it to fit. And I always put these back like this just because it makes for a more comfortable experience to where it's not, you know, putting pressure on the sides up here. So, as you can see, it is installed. And you can see an opening here where you get light bleed through. There we go. That's better. So, now you can see on here where you get the light bleed from. I will show you real quick. You're getting airflow. This is intaking. So this does the opposite of what the Bobo VR does, and it does like what the K2 does. And on the K2, you're literally got this intake right here. It blows down and through here. And it has this guide where that, first off, these clips here go under your top strap or top loop holder on your headset. But as the air comes down, it vents through here as well as it pushes this way. So that makes it be able to keep it on the inside area of the lenses and not just directly over your eyeballs. But yeah, guys, if you have any questions or comments, I'll have links in the description below. That's me. For the Esimen G2 Widened Breathable Face Pad for Quest 2. And if you like the video, consider giving a thumbs up. Or also, if you want to support the channel and know when I have new content going live, consider subscribing to the channel. And helps support the building of the community for people who like to have information, as well for future giveaways. If you're a subscriber to the channel as well, you can follow me on Twitter at Xyber to know where I have new items coming in that may be potential future content. But lately I've not been able to post a whole lot on Twitter. I've let my algorithm do a bunch of my promoting and advertising for me in places that I felt great. So, but as long as you subscribe to the channel and are a follower on Twitter whenever giveaways begin at 2,500 followers on Twitter, where we've already passed the 500 subscriber goal for YouTube, we will commence with giveaways. So guys, Xyber, your Tech and Games Crusader. Hope you guys have a good night. Good day. Take care. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.